Okay, gun control. Enhanced measures are not the answer. This is my PowerPoint. So I'm just going to show you. You cannot legislate against a madman, the acts of a madman. Former British Home Secretary Leon had said that. I'm going to go over some statistics first to give you a little. In 1993, 2000 through 2001, average of 8 to 9 million violent crimes. 26% were weapon related, 10 were firearm related only. 6.4 were knives. In 1993 to 2011, firearm related percentages remained about 9% total violent crimes. 2009, 22% were weapon related. So this is where I got my statistics from, just to show you my credibility. And it's from the criminal firearm violence, from the firearm possessed by state prison inmates, averages weapon use by type of violent crimes. Those are some weapons. Violent crime by type, criminal victimization numbers. All right. The right to bear arms is one of the most controversial subjects in society today. The Second Amendment gives us the right to protect us from government intrusion of power as well as self-protection. The right to keep and bear arms is the most debatable issue. Many gun laws try to take away, not necessarily our entire Second Amendment, but they try to take away some of our rights under the goal that will reduce crime. But looking at the statistics that I just showed you, it doesn't work. So we have to consider what we are giving up to what we're trying to gain. Banning certain firearms, they try to do this with the Brady Bill. The Brady Bill banned certain military-grade firearms. When the bill expired, they found that there was no change. There was no change in crime. When it expired, everybody wanted to buy these firearms because they were banned before, and they went on. It increased the amount of guns that were produced, and there was still no change in the percentage of crimes with guns. An alternative might be, instead of banning certain types of firearms or how many you can own, to do extensive background checks. That might be a positive thing. There's also these gun shows that they have a loophole where people can go in certain states, just walk into like a gun show your license, buy a gun. That is something that maybe we could do away with, instead of trying to take away parts of our Second Amendment. There's also a lot of statistics that support the fact that more crime, especially violent crime, occur in the countries with the strictest gun control. If you look carefully throughout history, any government which wishes to have total control over its people does one thing: takes away their right to protect themselves. Today in Great Britain and Australia, there is an aggressive gun registration policy in effect. Australia leads the industrialized nation with more than 30% of its citizens being victimized by violent crimes, and Great Britain is at 26%. The US is not even at the top 10. This is a slide showing in 1997 in Great Britain, one man armed with 2 rifles and a handgun killed 16 and wounded 15. The Firearm Act of 1988 was passed outlawing semi-automatic firearms. In Scotland, same thing, they banned handguns. So it shows that there's more crimes there where they're banned than the US. Studies show no link to support less gun laws equal less crime. That's according to Morehouse and Warner in 2006. They posted that. Studies also show the right to carry areas have lower violent crimes because risk to the offenders. And that's according to Morehouse and Warner again in 2006. Criminals can still get weapons off the street because that's what they do. There is no legal process in anything that criminals do. Media has a way of misrepresenting and confusing reality. Those who are more educated on the subject go against enhanced gun control measures. This is according to Moretti and Kern, 1998. According to BJS 2014, in 2004, 40% of inmates who responded obtained firearms illegally. People kill people, not guns. Since 1993, we have a lower number of firearms, even though there are more guns manufactured and laws that have been placed and discontinued, like the Brady Bill. So does anybody have any questions? What do you think about enhanced gun control? Specifically? Yeah. Yeah. I was just kind of looking at me. Do you not like?
I think that we could be a little more strict on the process, but taking away any weapon period is a violation of my rights. I'm a gun owner.
Right.
I've known how to take apart, put them back together.
Yep.
And I
And
think
maybe
everybody.
have more than one, you might collect them.
I have
so-
several. I have
Yep.
several.
My husband too, right?
I think it's very important. They do it in, in Israel, you have to be part of the military for 2 years. I'm a firm believer on being able to protect myself in any way, shape, or form, and I think that everybody should.
Yeah.
But that's me personally.
Right.